These careless stands are evidence of hard work. For decades, Mustafa Solari has cultivated watermelon and cucumbers on this land in Selmanabad village near the city of Varamin. He says drought has turned all of the farms nearby into deserts over the previous 6 years. He blames climate change, poor rainfall, and poor water management. Mustafa only grows grapes nowadays since they require less water.
Most of the villagers abandoned their land. Costs have risen significantly, yet income has remained low. Farming is no longer viable. My father could feed 10 people on his own, but now you can't feed a family even with 10 people working.
Jafer Solari is a truck driver who was born and raised here. His home has water supply for only an hour a day. During that time, he fills the tank for drinking water.
The underground water level is low. My wife and I are the only ones that live here. This village once had almost 4,000 residents, now 600 or 700. Due to drought, many moved to industrial towns for work.
Those who chose to stay are mainly involved in livestock farming. In the face of decades of US sanctions and hostile relations with the West, Iran has tried to become more self-sufficient. The government supported agriculture in rural areas such as Varamin. But the downside is that the industry consumes almost 90% of the available water supplies, something the critics refer to as water bankruptcy. The government estimates that even after a relatively rainy year, reservoirs most critical for drinking water and irrigation are more than 80% empty. The Farmers Union says it is time for change.
We can avoid water-intensive crops like watermelon, limit production to domestic use, or levy export taxes. We should also relocate some industries nearer the sea instead of using underground water.
Iran's water crisis also exacerbates diplomatic tensions with neighboring countries, including Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and Turkey. And the uncertainty over supplies threatens food shortages and more Iranians being forced to move from their homes to avoid going thirsty. Sinem, Koseoglu, Al Jazeera, Varamin City, Southern Tehran Province.